Hello everyone, welcome to the Bradley Goff Show. Yeah, that's all I have, just my name. Don't really have anything else creative right now. If you have any other ideas for a channel name, leave a comment below. Today we're doing another Life of an Artist episode. I have a client in Chicago who's looking for a piece. So today we're going to Menards to get some wood to build the canvas. It's going to be a custom canvas. I think it's 6 feet wide by 2 feet tall, if I remember. So we're going to be heading out, getting the supplies, and getting started on building that canvas today. We're getting the select pine. Only the best for my clients. We'll find some straight ones here. Took me about 15 minutes, but I sorted through all the wood and I got 6 perfectly straight premium pieces of lumber to work with. All right, I was able to get all the wood in the cab of the truck. That's always a plus. 8-foot pieces in the cab. Thought I was gonna have to hang it out the back window there, but we got her done. This is a scrap piece of wood. When the canvas I build goes across this way, see if you can visualize that, you don't want it on a whole bunch of wood material sitting there, because then when you go to paint, when the brush hits the wood, it just gives it a different look. The angle 45 degrees here, so that when the wood goes through, it's cutting that for me. I just sent one piece of wood through. Each one of these pieces of wood costs over $6. So I don't want to mess it up, but I think I got a pretty good cut there. So it's the next day now, and I'm actually getting ready to head over to a company called River City Art Solutions. All right. So yeah, as I said, just picked up this work from River City Art Solutions, a couple of my paintings, and it's a pretty good gig. I picked up this piece also, another one of my Lakes of Michigan series pieces. They take my paintings, take photos of it, and then anyone looking for art prints around town, like the hospitals or individual people, they'll make the prints for them and frame them and everything, and then they'll just send me a check for my cut of total commission. So it works out really well for me. So I'll leave a link to their Instagram page if anyone in any artists in the Grand Rapids or Michigan area wants to get a hold of them. Getting back into building the canvas here. So we ended up gluing and nailing the wood together like so.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
All right, I got all 4 sides of the canvas. This will be where the actual canvas fabric stretches across. So you can see why I did that angled piece there. I've now made these 45-degree angle triangle pieces. They're gonna go in each corner. And these will really help stabilize the entire piece. Because it is 2 foot by 6 foot, it's really got a tendency to want to warp. So these 45s will really help it not to warp and help it stay nice and straight. I've also put some wax paper down so that I don't end up gluing my canvas frame to my wood table here. So that's very important. Now we have all of the center brackets in place with the 45-degree angle pieces. All right, so here we are. Got our frame back here we're working on. Now we're just going around the edge here and doing some light sanding. These are looking good. Some of my latest pieces. This one is available general inventory, so get a hold of me if you're interested. This one I think is spoken for. But here's a couple rolls of 10-ounce canvas we got from Big Duck Warehouse. Here are some tools we're going to be using. This tool, you'll see me use it a little bit later, but basically this grabs onto the canvas material as you're pulling it to stretch across the stretcher board. Next we have our stapler, and I'm going to be using 1/4-inch staples. So here we go, let's get started. So this canvas material I got from Big Duck Canvas is pretty nice. This is the natural side right here, and the other side is already primed with gesso. Now everything is orientated properly. The canvas stretcher is flipped upside down. Basically everything's going to get pulled around and stapled in place. All right, so we have our board here. First thing we're gonna do is start in the middle, and I'll go ahead and just do a couple of staples. Only about 3 staples, just like that. All right, so what I've done here is I put a board on the table. I'll go to the other side, and this is I'll push it up against this board for more pressure. You'll see what I'm doing over here. So this is my tool that I use to stretch the canvas onto the stretcher board. This first staple is pretty important because you want to get it nice and tight. All right, so I'm pulling very tightly. And then I'll go ahead and put a few more staples in here. All right, so we'll come down to this edge here, and this will be another point where we want to get this as tight as possible. I'm going to take this whole thing and spin it around. Do the same thing from this edge. All right, so far so good. So when I pull next time, I'll be pulling in and I'll be pulling towards that corner over there. That way it'll eliminate any ripples. If I just pulled straight across, then you might start getting little ripples on the edge where the canvas material is bunching up, and we don't want that. So I'm pulling kind of that way. All right, and then I'll do a couple more going towards that corner on this side. All right, so next I'll flip this whole thing around, do that side. So before you get the staples too close to the end, we got to start forming how we fold our corners. So I like to get this one even, and then I'll kind of pinch it, pull it down, and then we got to stick some fabric down in there, and then pull the top back down. Then we'll end up stapling it all down and cutting this extra fabric off. And there we have it. Our 6 foot by 2 foot canvas. So you can just tell her am I 6 foot tall. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss when we get some paint on this bad boy. And until then, stay creative.